Welcome back everybody to another episode of Mighty Number 9. And if anybody's wondering why I skipped a couple numbers with my Let's Plays in the playlists, the numbering scheme, it's mainly because I have a couple already in the can or halfway in the can, and I don't want to mess up the end of challenge scores, you know, video games, this number, retro challenge game, and this number. So I'm trying to label it as I see fit. So it's actually in order of the order I'm recording it. Alright, so let's do Waterworks. Let's do the ice level. Let's get that out of the way. Because everybody loves ice physics, right? Yeah. Thank you, Cole, for that 2-line exposition. Let's see how bad ice physics are in this game. Okay, this level was very difficult, and it was only difficult in one specific area, and I'll mention that as we get to it. And the boss herself is no slouch either. Now, the level starts innocently enough, and then all of a sudden you're rolling right into a murky water stage. Thankfully, this doesn't last too long, but the water physics are extremely slow. So you almost kind of want to use your dash in all directions, as you see here, to try and get at these enemies. And these enemies are very swift. If you don't disable them and then slide into them, they will like kind of swoop down and underneath you and then at you, kind of like a bird does in any of the Mega Man games, the little swooping swallow enemies. Yeah, same movement type. It's very hard to dodge. Then you got these little tentacles coming out of the walls. Not too terrible as long as you know where they are. You can easily combat them. So this first part of the level shouldn't really give you too much trouble. And then it wouldn't be a proper Mega Man clone without a spike fall. Oh my gosh. And that's just the start of it. Now apparently this spike fall branches. I have not been able to get down to the lower part of the branch, so I've been kind of heading off to the right here. So I'm sure you come up from beneath right there from the other route, but I just haven't been able to do it. It's easier to do it this way. So there looks like there's a lot more off to the lower right, but I haven't really bothered exploring. So if anybody knows what's down there, let me know, or I'll just check it out on my own time after the Let's Play series. Now we get into the ice part. Ice physics are really slippery and causes a lot of headaches. And in fact, this is where my frame rate drops. Specifically this room. I don't know if it's the reflections or what have you, but if you look on the floor, there are reflections of Beck as he's walking. So I think that's kind of slowing down my computer at the moment. Now we get to part 1 of 2 of the mini-boss, which are basically ping-pong bots. They play a game of ping-pong with you right in the middle. I have to say, this is actually the harder of the 2 parts of this boss battle. Mainly because they can go high up enough on the wall that they're going to completely be out of range of your shots. So you could spend part of the battle being completely out of your reach, and thus drawing it out longer and giving them more opportunities to hit you with this ball. And of course the ice physics don't help very much because you slide right into the ball battling bots. I don't know what else to call them. Yeah, I've performed better in previous takes. This is not my best take at all. But I got through it. Thankfully, unlike Mighty Number 3 Dynatron stage, the big healths are actually spaced out quite well here. There's at least one big health at least every single section of the stage. My frame rate does take a hit, and there will probably be some stuttering in the final video, I'm sorry. But you want to keep... oh gosh. You want to keep some of that ice tower going so you can get that extra life up there. Now these enemies are actually holding down... oh gosh. Don't don't let ice pillars fall on you. You will actually be frozen. That's actually a good case in point right there. But those little enemies are plugging up water spouts that will immediately freeze into ice pillars. Sometimes you have to use them to get to higher ledges, but most times they're just kind of in your way. And if you happen to shoot at them real close, they'll fall on you and freeze you solid. So be mindful of the ice pillars. And part 2 of the Pong bots, but this time you have more limited space to move. And Mighty Number 2, Cryosphere, is actually shooting at you from above. But you can actually eliminate these Pong bots a lot better and faster now that they're closer to the ground and they don't get out of your reach as often. Big quick clear. This mini boss battle goes by really quickly. Now for the bullcrap part of this level. Oh my gosh. This part of the level has so much instant death. So shoot these ice blocks from here and then do two quick dashes to avoid that, that guy. Oh my gosh, come on. Whew. Okay, step back, shoot this ice block. I don't care about the combos or the points. Just kill that thing and then carefully small hop. Oh gosh. Oh, too small. Oh, whew. And that was the worst part of the level. You will see in the outtakes I have gotten so many deaths. Thank you, patch. That is exactly what I needed. Now this boss, Cryosphere, this little runt, this little kid, she seems super tricky at first. And at first I didn't know how the heck I was going to beat her. And I was just like, how the heck are you supposed to do damage and how to avoid all her attacks? But as I was kind of watching how she works, she isn't as bad as it first appears. Okay, so the cells are less. So it's just random from bot to bot. Okay, get a few extra shots in. Now she goes back and forth. The water jet doesn't hurt you. And then she'll immediately freeze it as that big water jet crosses your path. So you'll want to dash through it. And this is the best time to get as much damage as possible to her. So wait for it. And big water jet, boom. She's going to freeze it. Then you want to walk towards her as she's firing. Because oh gosh. No. Oh gosh, that does so much damage. The height of her position dictates how far her crystal ice encasing blocks go. So the lower she is, in fact, even if she's on the ground level, the less she can shoot those crystal balls off. Now the second part of the battle. Wait for it. Okay, there we go. She'll do 2 passes back and forth, so you're going to have to slide under her at some point. And then she resumes this again. No! Oh, come on! No, I am not taking a chance. I'm sorry, folks. I almost had her. Wow. Oh, yeah, thanks. I just had her and I ruined a good run. You see, I almost had her. It was like, no! Come on! Oh! Don't you do this to me! I just had a good run on this level. Come on. But yeah, this is pretty much all she does. If she has an instant death attack, I haven't seen it. See, when you cross that big stream, oh my gosh! And here I thought this was going to be an easy boss battle. I spoke too soon! Slide! As she's bringing that flurry upwards. Okay. Alright, so Cryosphere is done. I am so glad to get this level over with. The boss, not so bad. I don't really mind her in the rematches, as long as I don't, you know, mess up, as I did here. That was some bad luck. At the very end there, I could have had her. An overall short stage, but it just seems longer. Wow, I'm a B on this level. And it looks like I don't get any points for damage, kills, or combos. It looks like I have to reach a certain threshold for points to occur on those. I don't really know how the point system works, honestly. And now we have a big bubble butt. Reselection bubble butt sphere. That's what we got. Man, why is Mr. White all in a tizzy? What in Tyson's name is behind? Who's Tyson? Is this Call's total contribution to the whole game? That she just sits in a chair and types? I thought they made this big fuss about Call being integral to the plot and helping out Beck and everything. I haven't seen her do much at all. She's just been sitting there.
どうしたウィリアム。そうだ、暴走しないといえばベックだって。サンダ博士、次はどこに向かいますか？
Mr. White knows something,
おっと、ちょっと
but
待って。
he's not answering for nothing.
いいかウィリアム。
What do you mean continue this later? Let's continue the conversation now.
一人で抱え込むんじゃないぞ。
Inquiring minds must know. I mean, seriously. He's got a theory. Why doesn't he just voice it?
次の目的地を選んでくれ。
Okay, so we have new tips. Reselection, Cryosphere. Okay, slower. Have a longer window for getting 100% absorption rate. This is good for probably good combos. Penetrating shots. Okay, not so bad. Probably one of the weaker reselections. Okay, so 3 levels down. That was a doozy. In terms of level, I'd have to say that was on par with Dinosphere in terms of her level. And then she's just about as hard as Aviator. So kind of a mix mash of difficulties from the previous 2 levels. Overall, it wasn't too bad a stage. I like the length of it, I like the challenges, it was just that last bullcrap part I just did not like at all. So who am I gonna choose next? I don't know, maybe Call. See y'all later. Stop looking so bored. Yeah, this spike fall gave me quite a few problems because I wasn't expecting this huge hairpin turn right at the end there. So I tried to see if I could get around it, but nope. I don't know what's down there. To this hour of the night, I still don't know what's at the lower route, but it doesn't matter. I decided to just branch off to the right. It was easier overall. And then I found out that you could get damaged by those things, the ice flows. So the rest of the outtakes of the stage ended up being here in the last bullcrap section that I mentioned. That jump right there is one of the worst jumps in the game, and you're going to see me fail quite a few times. You can overshoot, skip. I mean, you can't ledge hold. Because these things are ice pipes, as you can see, you can't hold the ledge, so you have to jump through there flawlessly. And if you overshoot, you can't grab back the ledge and save yourself. So this is the one and only spot in the level that really gave me so much trouble, for obvious reasons. Then this was probably my first attempt trying to figure out how Cryosphere actually works, and obviously she wiped the floor with me quite handily the first several times. I didn't know how I was going to beat her. By the 4th take, I think I kind of figured her out. See, as you can see, her life bar is a little bit further down, but she still manages to freeze me until I can figure out what dictates the length of her throw, her arc, which of course is her height on the crystal pillar. She's a tough one at first, but overall an easy boss.